Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Lucky's Looking My Arm.
Oh, he's biting! Ow, ow, ow!
And you see the clothes? This is new from the last time we made a video. What is this, you might ask?
Oh, yeah, you think it's a disaster,
Yeah.
No.
We sorted through clothes. We picked all the clothes up off the floor and off the bed in the bedroom.
Which was lots of fun.
These are clean clothes that we're going to fold and put away. And Maggie is trying her best to play with the kittens. But
She's young. She's probably about a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah, but they still treat her like mama. And
Which mama doesn't exactly care for.
Yeah, and Lucky also today twice tried to play with the kittens. And Socks is using the litter pan finally. Yay!
We think she has tender paws and she's having a hard time with the litter.
Yeah, because it's only been like the last few days that she's started to use it all the time, instead of finding everything else to use. Anyway, so we sorted through our clothes is one reason they're here. These are clean clothes we're going to keep. Now, it's not really as bad as it looks because there's a chair under here and there's some other stuff under here.
I think some stuff we should store away, like summer clothing,
Yeah, that would be a good idea. And we also have 3 stuffed bags of clothes to give away, to donate.
No, we don't want for various reasons.
Yeah, and now I personally would like to give them to Shire Sharing if they want them, because I don't want these clothes sold. I want these clothes given to people who need clothes. 100 Nights doesn't accept clothes donations anymore.
I think that you have to ask them before.
Oh.
This is what they said the last time I took clothes in there.
Oh, okay.
But they did take what I put in there.
Oh, okay.
Brought in there right then. Because it wasn't very much.
No. Oh, gosh. That was Socks. It may take a minute or two, but eventually the smell...
We have smelly cats.
Yeah. So we're going to fold this stuff, put it away. The stuff for summer we're going to store. And then we have the 3 bags of clothes out there to give away. I went by the liquor store tonight to try and get some more boxes, but when I got there they were closed.
They must close up early.
Yeah, so...
Well, it's Friday night. They don't want to liquor everybody up, I think.
I don't know if different liquors, because all liquor stores here are owned by the state. I don't know if...
But yet you can buy wine in the grocery store.
Yeah. Wine and beer.
Kind of odd.
Yeah. But, yeah, we need more boxes, because I think we've used all our empty boxes. So, we got the carpet back in here, the rug, I should say.
The wool rug.
The wool rug.
It kind of has a fuzz on it now.
Yeah.
I think from being outside and getting wet and all the other stuff.
But being outside and it being rained on multiple times probably helped to wash some of the dirt out of it.
You wouldn't believe how much sand came out of the darn thing.
Yeah. Just turning it over, turning it upside down, it's still out there. Still spots out there of sand and
small piles.
Yeah, so but one thing here is there is a lot of sand because in the wintertime they sand everything, sand and salt everything. Now sometimes they use a synthetic chemical instead of sand or salt, or in a combination of one or both of those items. We both finally are getting some sleep. Of course, I have a feeling as it gets closer to the time to go back to Lebanon,
the second,
the anxiety is going to start returning. I'm trying to think of other things. It's just not easy, but Maggie is becoming friendlier. She likes to get up over there. Well, she's not over there right now, but I'll show you.
Lay on the chair above my head.
Yeah, back over the right shoulder.
Well, kind of behind me.
Yeah, and there she is right now. See, Socks is still trying to nurse. Both of them are still trying
Well,
to
I think
nurse.
it's just a comfort
Yeah,
thing.
but see, she's going back under there. And she doesn't let them do it very long, and I'm not sure they're actually getting
I'm
anything.
sure they're not getting anything.
But she's still giving them baths.
They're still her kids.
Yeah. And like I said earlier today, Lucky tried to play with the cats twice. The kittens, not with Maggie, but with the kittens. And
Maggie's a little cranky about playing with it.
yeah, because I think, you know, part of it, you know, she's finally getting used to this being her home. Right, Maggie? She's watching John. There's John.
She's still fussy about her tail.
Yeah.
I think she's always going to be one of those cats like, don't touch my tail.
And you see that yellow thing down there? That's actually, you can fold that up. That's, you may have seen it on the TV.
Cat's meow.
Cat's meow, it goes, that yellow thing, right there.
That's
And
the cover over it.
yeah, and there's a little thing in the middle, and it has an arm on it, and it goes in circles. Well, it doesn't necessarily go in circles. It goes
Back and forth.
Yeah, and oh boy, all three of them love that thing.
But the batteries are worn out right now.
Yeah, it takes what,
Three
three
C batteries.
C batteries, and that's the laundry basket, which will be
Too bad we
moved.
don't have rechargeable ones.
Yeah. Yeah, so everything is, you know, still up in the air because we're still cleaning, organizing, moving things about, and we both really want a bigger place, and, you know, we've decided that, you know, things are such that it's going to happen one way or the other.
I think this is more fussiness on the part of our landlord is the reason why we're going through all this.
So,
Well, I think the Keene Housing Authority inspection guy would let us get away with murder.
but, so, I also want to thank the person, I don't know if I should say your name or not, who donated $20 for my wife, through PayPal. The only problem is, I don't remember which security questions I answered and what the answer was, because I haven't used that account in like 3 years. So, you know, and since when I last used it, I lived in San Antonio.
And you don't remember the questions anymore.
No, and you know, we've been together for 2.5,
Almost 2.5 years.
almost 2.5 years, and you know, I left San Antonio in like early January of whatever year, and then I lived in North Texas for 3 or 4 months, and then we moved up here. So
It was April of 2011 when we moved up here.
so that's January, February, March, April. 4 months I lived in North Texas. And I have to tell you, you know, my experiences with the people in North Texas versus most of the rest of the state, except for East Texas, was positive. East Texas was also positive. The Piney Woods, the rural areas. Now, many of you may know about an incident that occurred in East Texas. I think it was Mr. Byrd. He was attacked and beaten and chained to the back of a pickup truck and dragged down a dirt road, and he was killed. Yes, you will find that. Actually, you'll find that kind of thing anywhere and everywhere. But anyway, but that doesn't mean everybody in East Texas is like that. You know, you'll probably find people like that up here too.
You have crazy people everywhere.
Yeah. So anyway, so you know, I don't now look, would I ever want to live in Texas again? Absolutely not. But
maybe just a ball all after a New Hampshire winter.
yeah, because
Right?
they're long and harsh up here. But that doesn't mean that I am going to be 100% critical of Texas, because I'm not. There are good people, and actually our stepdaughter, adopted daughter, is a good person, and her husband seems to be a good person. And there are other good people there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's just because I don't ever even want to see the state again doesn't mean I think everything's bad about it.
Well, I'm kind of bent out of shape about Illinois, but a lot of bad, rough things happened to me there too.
Yeah.
Bad memories in the state.
And I lived in Texas 40 years. My wife lived in Illinois a whole lot longer than.
My whole life.
Yeah. See, I've lived all over the world.
About 47 years. I lived there.
So to me, well, it's not necessarily that. It's not necessarily Texas. It's just the United States. It would have been the same as, say, Canada, or even if we would have moved back to Germany, if I would have been older when we lived there. I always lived in the third world, except Germany wasn't exactly third world. But, I tell you, 20 or so years after the war, and Germany was bouncing back. West Germany was, not East Germany. But Spain and Okinawa, they definitely were not first world countries. And they weren't second world countries. They were definitely third world. And then you move to a country where everybody has electricity. You don't have to wonder when it's going to shut off. You have potable water coming out of the faucets. You don't have to boil all your water.
Oh, I'm sure that was fun.
Yeah.
Kind of boil all the water.
In Spain, we did not buy meat at the market because...
Unless it was freshly killed?
No. If a freshly killed bird or something, that was okay. But they would hang meat. They didn't have ice or air conditioning, it was nasty in there. And the markets was nasty. You had maggots in the meat.
Yeah.
And now we would buy fresh seafood right off the boats. And yeah, like a chicken, you could go to find somebody who has chickens and can you sell me a chicken, and they'll kill it for you right there. That's okay because it's fresh. It hasn't had time for the nasties to get in there.
Spoiled.
Yeah, but it's like on Okinawa, on Ishima, there was where Ernie Pyle was killed. For those who know who Ernie Pyle was.
Like fish, you get them fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
The guy probably stands there and chops the fish off and cleans him for you,
Yeah, and both my parents, they both grew up near the water, and actually my dad grew up on the water pretty much. My mother grew up down the road from the coast, and then there was Pamlico Sound, which was even closer, and they had my grandparents had a summer place out there at Hickory Point. But
where was your mother born at?
North Carolina, Aurora, North Carolina, at home. My dad was born in a hospital. My mom was born at home. Yes.
Your dad was born in Canada, wasn't he?
Yeah. My dad was born and raised in Canada. I'm from
part
Spain.
Of Canada was he?
British Columbia, the West. Yeah, and my dad, he grew up fishing. My mom grew up fishing, so they could go buy the fish off the boats in Spain.
It was good.
Yeah, and they could take it home and clean it themselves, or have the guy clean it.
Or either have the guy clean it.
Yeah.
Fish scales are messy.
Yeah. And so but on Ishima there was this water well. And I thought it was really cool because, all the people would be dropping the bucket down there and pulling it back up and getting water to drink. And I asked my daddy, I said, Daddy, can we do that? Because I would watch the TV show Lassie. And, that's how they would get their water. And my dad said, no, son, we don't want to do that. There are germs in that water. And the people who are used to drinking that won't get sick. But you and I are not used to those germs and will get sick. So we didn't drink the water from there. And on Okinawa, you have to consider the huge population on such a small island with minimal fresh water. So,
yeah, sure, that was fun.
Yeah, so what they would do is you have these big tanks in your yard, look like big propane tanks, and they would come by every week and fill them up with water. And yeah, you'd have to pay attention to how much water you were using. You see over here people, right over here.
Here's
There's a
one
kitten,
kitty,
and there,
Maggie up here, right above my head.
and John's in your lap,
John's in my lap,
and Socks is.
sitting on top of the book, looking up there, going, where can I climb at?
Mm-hmm. Socks is like a mustache and beard thing
She's
going
kind of
on.
adventurous for a female.
Yeah, she's a little bigger
Yeah.
than John.
I think she's got a little more fat in her fat belly than
Yeah.
John does.
Hey, Socks.
I think John's kind of long and thick, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Socks.
She says,
They really like that cat's
Boy.
meow. Yeah.
But now with the batteries going, it's going slow and there's not much fascination to them.
Yeah, but so we would recommend that toy if you want to get it. Now we buy cheap batteries at the dollar store, so
That's
maybe
why they gave out so quick.
yeah, so maybe better batteries would last. Plus, we want to get rechargeable because we have a
Well, we'd have to get
rechargeable.
another charger because that's only for triple and double A.
Oh, okay. But anyway, one thing I'd like to get next month is some
Ow! My leg, you.
this kind of camo and a pair of pants and a jacket. This is somewhat thermal. This long sleeve. It's not real heavy, but you know, for the weather right now, this is fine. But I'd
But when
probably,
you're inside, you don't want to be suffocating either.
yeah, I'd probably get something more like this pattern, because this is good right now. This pattern right here is good right now because there's still a lot of green out there. But this pattern is going to be better as the fall progresses. This might even be useful to some degree in the winter. I don't know.
There's a lot of trees up here.
Yeah. And we have evergreens, so, you know. But I'd like to get the jacket and pants. Not this pattern, but that other pattern. Or something similar to it. But the shorts, I think, the shorts and pants, I think, were like 17, 18 bucks a piece at Walmart, excuse me. And we did look at Target to see if they have them, and they don't have them.
Yeah, they don't have as much sporting, hunting
Yeah.
supplies.
And Walmart, our Walmart here, they now have black powder, muzzle loaders. But they're modern looking, and that's not really what I'm looking for. I want a flintlock. I want to buy a kit so I can build it myself. And I want like a 50 or 54 caliber, something in that range. But I want a flintlock. I don't want a just, regular black powder. I want a flintlock. But anyway, so I don't know if there's anything else to say. I mean, like this right here may look horrible, but it really isn't because we got everything up off the floor in the bedroom. Now all we have to do is fold, sort. We still have to sort because, like my wife said earlier, the summer stuff we're going to put away, but we have to fold this stuff up. And
God knows it's almost winter.
the desk in the kitchen, we're going to go ahead and store that. I was kind of hoping I was going to be able to use, but we bought some time ago. My wife has used hers. I haven't used mine yet, but they're like lap desks. And and also we found out that New Hampshire Medicaid will pay for an eye exam and a pair of eyeglasses. And that's what I need right now. I can't do a whole lot. I don't even know where my reading glasses are. I have sunglasses up here.
And 3D glasses somewhere,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, 2 pair of sunglasses. There's this one, and there's this one. And yes, for those who don't know, and this goes for you, Kat, maybe you know this already, I don't know, but if you do, then great. If not, then I'm letting you know. When you come up here, it would be a good idea to bring sunglasses with you.
Yes.
Because when there's snow on the ground,
And the glare from the sun is blinding.
because
Not fun.
what you're getting in the wintertime is you're getting the sun hitting you from the sky, and the ground. You're getting a lot of sunlight, and there's something called snow blindness. And yes, people go snowblind all the time.
Oh, hush.
Well, I mean...
It's the reflection from the snow is very bright.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get your vision back. It's just...
It makes it very hard to see.
Yeah, and so, yeah, I don't think you need, like, really dark sunglasses. Like, these aren't real dark, and these aren't
We get
real
our
dark.
sunglasses at the dollar store.
Yeah, and
They're
they're
expensive
actually...
ones, you know.
Yeah, and they're actually pretty decent, and even my reading glasses I got at the dollar store.
Which
And
were better than the ones you got at
at
Walgreens. Fell apart.
Yeah, the Walgreens like $15, and versus a pair for $1, and the ones that only cost $1 are better than the $15 ones. So, but anyway, also what? If I had the money, we would get a bigger apartment. But aside from that, I want a mukjong or build my own mukjong, i.e. a wooden dummy. I used to have one made out of teak. A jiu-jitsu dummy and an easel. But I'm thinking also the easel I can build one. That's something I need to look up. We need to get more ammunition. And we need to get a marine radio with a good range.
We need to become rich.
Yeah, we need to become rich. You know, if we had $10,000, we would be fine and dandy for quite a while. Because
yeah, we'd probably lose our help. State help.
Yeah. Well, we'd have to pay the state back, you know, but if we could get it under the table, that would be nice. But, oh my gosh, this video is over 20 minutes long. So, oh yeah, and Kat, just to remind you, when you do come up here, oh, by the way, I looked at the Greyhound bus and Amtrak. Right now, Amtrak is about $50 cheaper than Greyhound. And you would be more comfortable on the train, I think. Now, to get to Concord, which is what we're thinking of, insofar as you coming up here, is we would go and pick you up in Concord. I don't know where the train stops, if it's Boston or if it's Manchester or what, but you would take a bus from wherever to Concord, and then we'd go pick you up in Concord. But if you took the bus to Keene...
But I hate to see hate the thought of you being on the bus.
Yeah.
It wasn't very comfortable for us.
You know, and you'd probably get up here and want to sleep for 2 or 3 days, which we would understand. But anyway,
sleeping on the bus is not easy.
No, you're constantly stopping, people pushing their chairs back. But please bring like $10 or $15 with you, just in case we're late picking you up. Because if you come in the wintertime, you don't want to stand outside. I don't care how well covered up you are, you just don't want to stand outside. You can walk across the street to Lindy's, or you can, on the same side of the street, you can go to that new little cafe, yogurt shop, ice cream shop, coffee shop combination. I do not recommend, what is it, Port Authority Cafe. One,
they're very expensive, and I think they're only open at night or something, aren't they?
Yeah, they have, it's odd.
And they won't take a group of more than 4 people.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
And I ordered a burger, well done. Now the burger, all in all, was not bad, except I ordered it well done and it was raw. I'm like, where do you get raw from rare? Ugh.
Maybe she wrote it down wrong.
Maybe
she wrote rare on there.
Maybe. It's like, oh gosh, I was barely able to eat it because of that. Couldn't look at it. But I got the I
would have sent it back.
Yeah, the
I
Hell's...
won't eat like that, shit like that.
Hell's Kitchen burger, which was good because you can't find stuff like that up here too much. So it had like jalapenos and hot sauce and pico de gallo.
I think the man who runs it is kind of fussy.
Yeah. And it's like... My wife just said it's not cheap there. It's very expensive.
I think he has his own idea of how things are going to be cooked, and that's the way it's going to be cooked, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. But anyway, so, and you'll be right there on Main Street almost. I mean, you know, you walk 25 feet, you're on Main Street, so there's plenty of stuff to see. Make sure you bring a cell phone. I don't know where there are payphones in City Center, but
Well,
are there any?
yeah, there's one down there, past the old movie theater,
Oh,
I
okay.
think, right around that area.
Okay.
We still have payphones up here.
I remember when it cost a dime to use a payphone. So that.
I remember when you used to have to use a dime to get in the bathroom stall at Woolworth.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah, just in case we're late, and if you we don't show up within.
We don't have the best weather up here.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible that you will be stuck in Keene for a while. Not likely, but it's possible. That's why you're going to want some money to go inside.
And you could, there are other stores that you could walk around into, like Hannah Grimes.
Yeah, you might like Hannah
kitchen
Grimes.
store and
I love the kitchen store.
the smoke shop. Well, it's small, but there's stuff to look at too in there.
Yeah, and across the street from the almost across the street from the smoke shop is
Fat Stuff.
Fat Stuff. You might like them too. They might ask you for ID though. Both places.
There's the place next to the pawn shop that sells like a resale shop.
Yeah. Another thing I want is a canoe, a 12 to 14 foot canoe.
Honey, we just got to get through what we're getting.
Yeah, I know. I'm just. It'd be nice to have some stuff because I want to canoe the Connecticut River from up in the lakes region all the way down to the coast. But anyway.
Man, sea otters can weigh up to 70 pounds.
Oh gosh.
I didn't know they could weigh that much.
I didn't know they were that big. So anyway, folks. So I guess that's all we have to say. But yeah, we're still working on this place. But for those in the know, we both have health issues, so it's not like it gets done overnight. But it's being done. Thankfully, he's given us a month. But my wife has to go to Lebanon and have surgery.
I'm afraid when Craig comes to help us move stuff to the thing, he's going to flip out. Because he's going to want to see the apartment and have a fit.
Well, I was also thinking some of the books in the bookcase in the bedroom we can pack up. Not all of them, but a few of them. I wish the guy didn't have an issue with putting the file cabinet, it's a 2-drawer file cabinet right here like we had. The only reason it's not up here is because last year he said, it restricted movement.
Well, the doorway has to stay clear, basically.
Yeah. So, we're getting it done, though. Avita Thane, bye-bye, sayonara, goodbye.